Now Lawrence. And he is going to lose yardage here. Calling a loss of 2 there on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense now, they get set to head back on the field here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
Well, a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just one more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crack the throw?
He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
31 yards. And the Texans first down.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Again, it's Stroud. Short throw into the hands of Jordan. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
A 9-yard pickup.
Mixon on the toss right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Play action. Stroud now. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10.
It's 2nd down and 10.
And the tight end goes in motion left. Now Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. They'll wind up getting just a yard. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Stroud to throw it. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Trayvon Walker. He's the culprit, causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. Everybody was coming on the blitz that time, and they got home.
And you know the expression, hat on a hat, in terms of blocking, trying to keep your quarterback protected? Well, if you don't have enough hats, that's the end result. Your quarterback goes down, and sometimes he goes down hard.
And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. And they'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead they'll head off up the middle. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Lawrence. Pressure comes and down he goes. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. So now after the sack of Lawrence, the Jags looking at a 3rd and long. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down again. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Here's Logan Cook now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Throwing now is Stroud. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it, able to retain possession.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. From the gun on 3rd down, Stroud. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's Tommy Townsend now as he's on to punt for Houston. This is fielded at the 27. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that's complete TTN out of the backfield. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Flushed out right. Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Now Lawrence to throw. Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. And he missed it. It's no good. And the deficit will stay at 2 field goals.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Final play of the half, Stroud. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Halftime coming.
All right,
up.
Brandon, thanks much. Scott Hansen, good to be with you from the Orlando EA Sports Studios with an abridged halftime report. This one shaping up to be a tight one, as evidenced by the scoreboard. Both these teams playing it close to the vest in the first half. What will happen in the second half? Let's find out as we send it back to the stadium and our commentary team, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Scott, thanks a bunch. And we'll see which team's adjustments are going to pay dividends here as we are just about ready for the start of the second half. And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it to 26. So here are the Texans to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. Looking to put a drive together. Mixon will get it to start the second half. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49.
First down.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's second down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Stroud out of the gun here. And one more time, here's Kirk. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play. And the Texans first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 34-yard line.
Once again, they run with Mixon. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. So on 4th down, Texan kicker Coyote Fairbairn comes on. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by Fairbairn is good. And the drive will wind up yielding 3. Looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. Azeez Al-Shair in to make the stop.
Well, it's not time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
A shotgun snap and again to ETN. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 7 yards there and a first down.
That's good for our Jaguars. First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Lawrence. Lead. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Incomplete.
Off the play fake. Here's Lawrence. And that is incomplete. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Lawrence. Thomas has got it. Complete. And he's not quite going to get to the marker. It'll be a gain of 8 on 3rd and 10.
A short gain that doesn't give them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And that will force a turnover on downs. Even though they didn't get it, probably the right call. Too long for a field goal and just not a whole lot to gain from a punt there.
Yeah, you wouldn't have really netted very much yardage if you pumped the ball, right? And the thing about a field goal, and you know this from so much experience, the longer the field goal, the lower it comes out off the kick, right? Which means it's got a better chance of being blocked. So you're taking a chance either way. I like the fact they went for it.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down.
Stroud. Oh, he'll let one go deep for Higgins. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out. as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try to get some points.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
A 2-yard gain brings up 2nd down at the 36-yard line.
He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a chance 1st down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
Those chains. That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Lawrence going to throw again. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. We have played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on eSports. Lawrence will throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hunter. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
They'll look to throw again. And he is caught. And he will have the Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's another Jaguars 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Again, it's Lawrence. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be 2nd down.
Nothing fancy on 1st down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, the offer can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Might we see our first touchdown of the game? Here's 1st and goal.
Jaguars. 1st down.
ETN diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now out comes Houston. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Short throw into the hands of Jordan. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd down.
A draw play for Mixon. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there. And on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing, in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down. And Stroud now to throw. And he's going to go down. They get turned back at the 40. Devon Hamilton coming in to drop it for a loss of 8. And it also brings up fourth.
Well, this has turned into an absolute week to forget for this quarterback. Multiple sacks. Pair that with multiple turnovers. As far as he's concerned, if he ever sees this defense again, it'll be way too soon.
So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. This to at least make it a 5-point cushion. And this one is no good. He missed it. And that will keep this a 2-point game. Had a chance to give themselves there some important wiggle room, but it went awry.
Yeah, let's do the simple math here. And you know, for me, it has to be simple. Instead of this thing kind of giving them that wiggle room you talked about, now we're talking about possibly losing a ball game because they left the door open.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10. On their side of midfield at the 47. They'll start on the ground. ETN. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield. And down to the 43. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Here's Lawrence to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Texans' 40-yard line.
From the shotgun, Lawrence. ETN bringing in another one. And he gets it down to the 32. 7 yards there and a first down. Coming up to the line, and they will need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning.
At the 32-yard line.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And he struggles to get a yard here, maybe a yard, down to the 31. 2 minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the fourth quarter. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. And they'll run it with Hunter. And he stopped immediately there.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now, has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Jaguars field goal. A 49-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give him the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they manage the clock exactly right.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud getting ready for this next drive. And he has been masterful so far in leading this offense. He's kept the mistakes to a minimum. He's been on point with his passes, and he's generally been one step ahead of Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And that is ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football, so this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6. Here's Stroud. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Well, the defense circling now, 4th down and 7. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jags take over in terrific field position. So now let's reset here, Charles. They do have 2 timeouts left, so they can stop the clock twice. This one's not quite over yet.
No, and what you're doing on defense, you're going to use both timeouts, obviously. But you've got to call defenses are going to force the issue early, meaning you want that play over fast. You don't want to give them time to dance around in the backfield or run a wide sweep that'll take all time. Blitz them, put pressure on them, make sure that play ends quickly so that you can go ahead and keep moving.
2nd and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get the lead up to 4. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll move their lead up to 4 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This is 1st and 10. Stroud. Finding Schultz. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
A gain of 15. And the Texans.
Stroud to throw it. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Jags grab it. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, they've got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week in practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball is so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it took a big 4th quarter to do it, but they were able to get the job done, and that's the bottom line.
No doubt about it. And let's face it, they had to be more than nervous in the 4th quarter. But a lot of that was their own doing. I think you observed during the game, their energy level just didn't seem to be there. But in the 4th quarter, somehow they dug deep and found that extra bit, right, that reserve tank. They hauled it out. Offense scored some points, defense held them, and lo and behold, they walk away with a win. Maybe expend a little more energy than they expected to, but they'll take it.
So for the Jaguars, they get back in the win column as they move to 2-1 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the San Francisco 49ers. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.